Why God chose Noah. The world before the flood. In the days of Noah, the world was filled with violence and corruption. People had turned away from righteousness, embracing wickedness and evil. Cities bustled with greed, dishonesty, and cruelty. The once beautiful earth was now polluted with the sins like violence, greed, and immorality. Cities were filled with crime and cruelty, and the hearts of men were darkened with sin. But in the midst of all this, there was one man who remained faithful, Noah, a righteous man who walked with God. His heart was pure, and his faith unwavering. Noah's righteousness. Noah was a righteous man, blameless in his generation. While others followed evil, Noah walked with God. He obeyed his commands, prayed daily, and taught his family to love and honor the Lord. He lived differently, not because it was easy, but because he knew what was right. God's sadness over mankind. God looked down upon the earth and saw how deeply mankind had fallen into sin. His heart was filled with sorrow. He had created the world in love, yet his creation had turned against him. But amidst the darkness, he saw Noah, a beacon of light in a world of shadow. God chooses Noah. Because of Noah's faithfulness, God chose him for a great assignment. He said, "Noah, I am going to cleanse the earth with a great flood, but I will save you and your family. Build an ark, for I will send you animals of every kind, and through you, life will continue." Noah did not question or doubt, he simply obeyed God's command to Noah. One day, God spoke to Noah, saying, "The earth is filled with evil, and I will send a great flood to cleanse it. But you and your family shall be saved. Build an ark of gopher wood, a great vessel that will protect you and the animals I will send to you." Though the command seemed overwhelming, Noah trusted in God's words and began the enormous task of building the ark. Building the ark. Noah and his 3 sons, Shem, Ham, and Japheth, worked tirelessly for years, cutting down trees, shaping wooden planks, and hammering nails. They built a massive ark, stretching 300 cubits in length, 50 cubits in width, and 30 cubits in height. The ark had 3 levels, rooms for the animals, and a door on its side. The challenge of faith. Though others mocked him, Noah did not waver. They laughed at his obedience, saying, "Why build a boat when there is no flood?" But Noah knew that following God was more important than pleasing man. He continued to build, knowing that faith requires trust, even when the future is unseen. The gathering of the animals. As the ark neared completion, an incredible sight unfolded. Animals from all over the earth began arriving, lions and lambs, elephants and giraffes, birds of every color, and insects that buzzed in the air. They came in pairs, just as God had commanded, making their way into the ark. It was a breathtaking sight, a divine moment of perfect harmony between mankind and nature. The first raindrops. After Noah and his family entered the ark, the skies darkened. The first raindrops fell gently, but soon the winds howled, and the heavens unleashed a mighty storm. Torrents of water poured from the sky, and the ground split open, releasing fountains of the deep. People outside the ark realized their mistake, running toward the ark, pounding on its doors, begging to be let in. But it was too late. The floodwaters rose, lifting the ark high above the earth. 40 days and 40 nights. For 40 days and 40 nights, rain covered the earth. Mountains disappeared beneath the waters, and all living things outside the ark perished. Inside, Noah and his family cared for the animals, feeding them and keeping the ark in order. The sound of rain became their constant companion, but through it all, they trusted in God's protection. The doves returned. After many months, the rain stopped, and the ark came to rest upon Mount Ararat. Noah sent out a raven, which flew back and forth. Then he sent a dove, but it found no place to rest. After 7 days, he sent it again, and this time, it returned with an olive leaf in its beak. Noah knew that the waters were receding and that new life was beginning to grow. The Rainbow Covenant. At last, the waters dried, and God commanded Noah to leave the ark. As he and his family stepped onto dry land, they built an altar and offered thanks to God. Then, in the sky, a magnificent rainbow appeared, stretching across the heavens. God spoke, "This is my covenant with you. Never again will I destroy the earth with a flood. The rainbow shall be the sign of my promise." The heart of obedience. God chose Noah not because he was perfect, but because he was obedient. He didn't have all the answers, but he trusted God's plan. Noah's faithfulness saved his family and preserved life on earth. His story teaches us that when we choose to walk with God, He entrusts us with great things. The reward of faith. Because Noah chose righteousness, God used him to rewrite history. The flood would come, but Noah's faith would stand as a testimony for all generations. His story reminds us that God is always watching, and when He finds a faithful heart, He does mighty things through it.